Okay, so we should be going live basically right now.
Let's get a share.
It's already live. Alright, what's up everyone? How's it going? We got all the Carcosa boys here who are all on their phones. Hell yeah.
We're just posting. Hold on.
We're checking the chat. What's going on, y'all?
How's it going? But yeah, we just released a new song today called Nihilus. Some of you might have heard it already, but if you didn't, you're going to hear it about like 30 times throughout the course of the stream, so don't worry about it. So basically, every time we release a new song, what we like to do is get together, go through the music video and the Reaper session, like where we wrote the song, and talk about all the things we did for anyone who cares about those nerdy little details like we do. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys have anything you want to say before we jump right into watching the music video together?
No, let's watch it.
Let's go.
Okay.
We'll have things to say after.
How's it going, Max? Andrew, 123, Jacob, what's up?
Yo, Max.
Alright, we'll watch it real quick. So, if you guys haven't seen the music video yet, this is what it looks like, and we're going to talk about it right after. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If that was your first time seeing it, thank you for tuning into the stream. We got like 70 people here. That's fucking awesome.
Hello.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's up, everyone? So basically what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the music video and then go through the song as well. Before we do that, I also really quickly want to mention that we do have some merch, of course, available for this drop, which you can see on the screen over here. We got a bunch of stuff. Cooper, tell the people what we got. For
Hey,
this
what
run.
do we got here? We got some tie dyes with
Oh, okay.
we got some TikToks going on over here. And,
I think that was an ad on his video.
yeah. Well, we got a new logo, y'all. I don't know if y'all see that, but on the right there, we got some tie dyes, and they have a very dope new spiral alternate logo by Larry, our boy Larry Coffins.
What's that in the middle there, Coop? No, in the middle of
Well,
the spread.
Oh, this
I'm
guy.
glad you asked. I'm glad you asked.
Is that parchment paper?
That is
For all
that
your
is something
baking
of the
needs?
sort. So for anyone who has a green thumb out there, this is for you. We got some Nihilus artwork rolling papers.
For tobacco use only, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course.
And yeah,
Tinfoil.
if you scroll to the left there, we got some shorts. We got some
Shorts,
stickers,
Champion
bucket
shorts,
hats.
how about that?
Bucket
And
hats.
honestly, I'm gonna say I have to say it. My favorite one out of the whole thing. We got an Elden Ring design for all the Elden Ring.
Oh, this right here.
For all the Elden Ring fans in the house, check that out.
Who did that
But yeah.
design, Coop?
Yeah, that's by Kalen Stockerman.
That's Kalen.
my dude. Incredible
Mhm.
artist.
Very good boy.
Yeah. So.
And the
there you go.
link to all of this is in the pinned comment in the chat, or you can also see it. You literally can't miss it. It's fucking huge on the bottom of the screen here. So if you're interested in any of that merch, go check it out. Cooper worked really hard on getting that all together, and it looks awesome.
Yeah, the alternate logo is fucking super
Yeah,
cool.
Larry killed that.
Yeah. We want to maybe answer some questions before we talk about the music
Mhm.
video. Is there any questions going on? And did anyone need to save any from the chat?
I didn't see any off the top of my head, but
Okay. Well, that's
Everybody-
okay, too.
please ask them.
Yeah, let us know if you have questions while we go. We'll try and answer as many as we can. But, with that being said, we'll start talking about the the music video here. So, to make this music video, we hired our friend Patrick Lawler, who's worked with us before. He did our music video for Vermin as well, if you guys saw that. But for this music video, basically what we did was we kind of went through YouTube and found like clips of a bunch of things we wanted to use. There's actually a lot that we didn't end up using, like you can see here. we originally for the breakdown call out, we were gonna have me and Johnny as Godzilla versus King Kong and like scream it at each other and then fight each other. Which
We shot it.
I have a clip of it. Maybe I can find it.
Yeah.
But some of these just didn't end up getting used because they were just impossible. We did use the Dragon Ball Z one.
Undertale.
We didn't use that.
Yeah.
We didn't use that.
Yeah, we wanted to do.
We kind of. Oh yeah, we did do.
We
this,
did do
yeah.
We
that.
wanted to modify the Elden Ring thing too, so
Mhm.
it was like explicitly like a Dark Souls 3 boss reference.
Yeah.
That one didn't work out. We didn't see it.
Yeah. The title of the song is based off of Star Wars, which I'm sure Johnny will talk about, but that's what this is from. This one worked out, which is hilarious,
Yeah.
from Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
Doom, fucking Star Wars. This one kind of
That
is
scene
in
didn't
there,
make it.
but it
But
it was
same
close.
energy.
It was close.
Same energy.
Wrong color lightsaber. Right?
Yeah.
I
School
told
of
Patrick.
Rock, which nobody has guessed so far. I think that's one of the few that people haven't caught on, but that's
It's like
in
very
there.
end. It's only for
You know
a couple
what? Every
seconds.
time I watched that, I kept thinking it was Ace Ventura for some
True.
reason. Yeah.
That would've been
We
good.
got the Beavis and Butthead. We didn't put this in, but we had Parasite, Spider-Man 3 Dancing, Wayne's World, Mad Max, Fast and Furious. This one was fun.
This one, that scene was very important. Initially, I thought that it would be the end
Yeah,
of the
that's
music
right.
video, but Patrick ended up doing it first.
I think
Yeah.
the looks we had were a little too beefy.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
pretty
No,
funny.
it worked out pretty well.
Dude, I think having it at the intro was perfect
I
because
agree,
it's
yeah.
like it is the most like why would Carcosa have Fast and Furious in a music video?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It
This one didn't make the cut, but this was like very similar to the Fast and Furious, but
Yeah.
from It's Always Sunny.
That was me and you.
Yeah,
We
this
got
the
one-
best
that.
clip of the whole.
This is
fucking
one of the
video.
best parts of the video. But yeah, basically, you guys get the point. So essentially, we had this big document that I prepared with Patrick, and basically, it was my job to film this whole thing. So we went to Travis's jam space, and we bought these like 3 massive green screens on Amazon and just covered the entire wall and floor with green screen stuff. And then I filmed it all with my cameras, and we sent it all over to Patrick. So before we sent it to Patrick, it looked like this. Let's see if we can find a
you
clip
find the
here.
video of me fucking doing the Grand Theft Auto because I actually ate
Oh,
shit.
yeah. I think they're alphabetical. GTA T. Okay, they do this. Let's see if it works.
Actually fell, I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, basically I shot all of these and sent them all to Patrick. Let's see if it opens. Yeah, that one's hilarious. I'm just gonna mute the audio because there's probably like songs in the background. But yeah, so like we did stuff like this.
This is literally what the whole video
Yeah,
looked like.
just terrible.
I the fucking green screen ripped and I actually fell.
Yeah, he was like legit in pain. It was great.
It was pretty authentic, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we,
So many good ones.
we did a bunch of those. I won't show any more on this stream because it will be here forever. But yeah, so basically we sent all that over to Patrick, and he did his thing. Oops, and it obviously looked like the music video. So, you know, like, for example, this is a better, like, just for the sake of showing, we had this one, which is the Breaking Bad scene, so it looked like this, sent it to Patrick, and he did that. So, crazy stuff. Patrick absolutely killed it.
Yeah, I hope Patrick does another behind-the-scenes thing that he did, like,
Yeah,
for Vermin. I'm
that was
sure
cool.
he probably
Yeah,
will.
I hope he does, too.
Yeah.
If you haven't followed Patrick, you should. It's on Instagram, it's at Patrick Lawler.
Mm-hmm.
He does amazing stuff. He's done all of Polyphia's music videos. I think he's done some videos for, like, As I Lie Dying and Korn, like a bunch of huge bands, so we're super lucky to work with him.
Yeah.
Question?
There was questions. I'm
first
ignoring
one-
some of them for now, but how long did it take to shoot this video? It literally took us a day.
Yeah,
Like a few hours.
we shot the whole thing in about 6 hours, but like preparing this whole document and everything took like a long time, and obviously it took Patrick like forever. Well, not forever. He actually did it really quick, but you know, it was a lot of work to edit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Does Carcosa mean something?
Someone else also just asked, is it a reference to True Detective? So there you go. Yeah. So
Yes, it is.
the meaning of Carcosa is, well, I won't explain the whole meaning, but yeah, it's based off of True Detective Season 1. It's basically a hell on earth, let's call it, and the King in Yellow lives in Carcosa, which is why all our stuff is always yellow until now. Now we're fucking green for reasons
green.
Johnny will explain soon.
It's my fault.
It's surprisingly not me.
Someone did say the GTA shot is funny. The GTA shot of Travis falling off of the...
It's one of the funniest
It's my
ones.
favorite clip of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because you know I actually
The
got
one
it.
of you
Yeah,
dancing.
it's also really
The
funny.
one of you dancing is fucking
The
great.
dancing
too.
one is funny.
But yeah. So, with that being said, was there anything else we wanted to talk about with the music video, or any questions about that before we move on to the song?
There's
Someone
no-
said, who did your mix and master?
Good question. So, we have had every piece of music we've released so far mixed and mastered by our friend Ty Kingston. I think he goes by Kingston Audio, but what is his Instagram? Is it just Ty Likes Tacos?
It's Ty Likes Tacos.
Yeah. So he doesn't have like a website, but yeah, he is the one who mixed and mastered all of our stuff, including this song. So big shout out to Ty. He always makes us sound a lot better than we actually are.
Yeah, we just in terms of the lore of the music video, Andrew was really trying to convince us for a very long time to do a funny video, and we had like a lot of back and forth about how we wanted to do it, and it just wasn't really working out. Or like, I was very like not against it, but I was just like, I don't know how this is gonna work.
Yeah.
I just like didn't really get it because like a lot of the videos that we did were serious videos, so I was having a hard time imagining like, okay, like I'm writing songs about really serious shit, so I have to write something that's not serious in order for this to work.
Yeah. My whole thing was like, I thought it was funny because Johnny's favorite music videos are funny music
ones,
videos.
yeah.
And every time I brought up the idea of doing a funny video, he never wanted to do it. And I was always like, motherfucker, if you just trust me, I know you'll love it. And he was like, oh, I can't do it because the lyrics are serious, like he was just saying. And like it makes sense to a degree, like especially with the context of some of the stuff we've written now. Like it would be super weird to make a meme video for a song that's like about suicide, so like obviously understandable.
Yeah.
But like, you know, bands also do that all the time, so I was like, I don't know, I think it'll be fine. But
Yeah.
anyways, you can continue with why we ended up doing it for this one finally.
Yeah, well, it was just like, you know, I just picked a theme this time that was not serious, and I was just like, I'm going to write this song about a Star Wars character that not a lot of people know about, so that it can be more subjective. It's not like about fucking Luke Skywalker. It's about Darth Nihilus, who's a character that nobody fucking knows. But he's literally like the destroyer of worlds and consumes planets. So I was like, that's super easy to
Pretty
write
metal, even though even if you don't know Star Wars.
Yeah, and the green concept for everything is based off of like the planet that kind of like birthed him, which is called Malachor 5, which is an entirely like it has like fog clouds of emerald green. That's why the line Emerald Skyline is in the song because of the planet. But yeah, a lot of people are blaming Andrew for us having green shit, but it's all my fault. Really, it's basically the way it is. But yeah, I'm glad that I got pushed back on the funny video because it's my favorite video that we've ever done for sure.
Yeah,
I think after like the whole previous band that shall not be named, I think we were all hesitant to do anything funny because we wanted to be taken seriously as well.
That's
True,
also
true.
fair. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun to just kind of fuck around sometimes and just do some wild shit. And having guys like Patrick on our side as well to make it actually happen.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was worried about the most was like, how do we actually make this funny?
I mean, again, like this might be going into too many details. So hopefully you guys aren't bored, but like for even more details on like how this ended up happening, like I said, like we've kind of been trying to think of a funny music video idea for years. Like the original idea, which might have actually been your idea, I think, was that we do a track and field music video.
Yeah,
because
I'd still love to do.
Yeah, which I think we should still do. But yeah, the original idea was to do like some kind of memey like track and field video. Because we wear tracksuits, that was the entire plan was just that. It was very simple. And we thought of doing that like a bunch of times, but again, it didn't really make sense with the lyrics, and then it ended up being like winter and blah, blah, blah. It didn't end up working. And then when Squid Game came out, we were like, okay, everyone in Squid Game wears tracksuits. Like, why don't we just replicate Squid Game? And then when we looked at how the fuck we're actually going to do that, we realized it's straight up impossible. So then we ended up combining the Squid Game idea with all of these other memes, which is why there's like a huge part of the music video that is Squid Game, because that was like the original idea for the music video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just in terms of the trailer that we ended up doing for it, the trailer was like a last minute idea. It was like right before I left for tour. I was like, we should do this, and I kind of just came up with like a very loose script that I just totally bullshitted. And I literally
recorded it too.
I recorded a demo version, and it was either going to be my demo version or my buddy Adam, who goes by Noble Son on TikTok. He's a professional voice actor. He's been doing it for years. So I was like, I really want him to do it. And he did a great fucking job. He's awesome. I'm sure he did it in like fucking 2 seconds as well.
Yeah, he killed it.
But yeah, I literally just looked up like a fucking cinematic trailer, copyright free thing, and just Frankensteined it together to try and fit the script in under a minute. And yeah, I think the trailer is also fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Also, I guess the last thing we'll say about the video is that Patrick did such a good job that was the rough draft.
Yeah,
we didn't even. It was so good. We're
yeah.
like, yep, this is fine.
Yeah, we didn't have any.
Nothing.
Notes, right?
I don't think we did anything. I'm pretty sure that was like the first thing he sent us.
Did we have any other notes? I think the only note I had was I wanted my lightsaber red.
Yeah.
And we told you to shut up.
And he was basically like, "It will be very hard to edit this. Are you sure?" And we're like, "It's fine."
Nah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Blue is fine.
Yeah, we were pretty mind blown when we got that file in, for sure. Like, when I fucking opened it, I was mind blown.
I watched it like 12 times in a row.
I was like, Serena, come downstairs now!
I was at band practice with another gig I was doing, and we all watched it like 6 times in a row.
So good.
Yeah, it was very, very funny.
Yeah. So hopefully you all enjoyed it as well. Cooper's just over there eating.
Mowing.
Do you need to eat as
Cooper
well?
and I are going to take shifts eating.
Okay, cool. Well, when Cooper comes back, we'll switch over to talking about the song, maybe then?
Yeah,
Would that make sense?
You guys can have vocals.
True. Or, like, let's see if there's any questions in the meantime.
Yep.
Filthy Breakdowns. Oh my goodness, is that band name Johnny Parmigiani from Carcosa? Yes, it is. Is there a tour or new music? Okay, obviously we're going to get this question. We've been trying to book a tour, but nothing has really worked out so far. We're definitely trying. But nothing is currently booked.
Yeah, well, trust me, we hear you guys a lot, and I just want to say thanks to any of you that said hi out on the Angel Maker run. There's a lot of Carcosa homies that showed a lot of support and wore merch and asked when we were coming out, and we're fucking trying really hard, man. I'm doing my very best to make sure that we're out there at least like early 2023. Like, we're gonna make it happen. There's a lot of support out there, so we're gonna try our best.
Yeah, and no worries with asking. Like we get asked that all the time, and it's totally fine. And it
Love
just means
seeing it.
it just means people want to see us, so that's a good thing at the end of the day. So don't feel sorry at all.
Yeah, it's hard for Canadian bands to play in your country.
Insane.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do what we can to make it out there.
Would love to go to Australia as well, but yeah, same story. No plans to tour anywhere in the world right now, but we are trying.
Yeah.
Hopes and dreams.
What else? Oh, Breaking Bass TV. We'll answer your question when we start talking about the mix process, which is up next, just regarding like what we use for guitars, because, you know, I love talking about guitars, so I'll definitely tell you about that. We got any questions here that we missed? Patrick says, greetings for Patrick. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks for speaking on behalf of all the Patricks.
All Patricks, hello to you.
Hello, all Patrick.
Lucifer Lux says the music video and song was great and the merch is dope. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Jacob, come to Brazil, classic. What's up, Tyler? How's it going? All right.
Tyler.
Shall we switch over to talking about the song
Sure.
now? Did you want to eat, or you want to just stay, or what do you want to do?
I'll eat.
Okay.
Just yell at me and I'll come up.
Yeah.
Just make sure to put the microphone right near your mouth while you're chewing.
We'll talk about Johnny's vocals last because he's just going to eat. But yeah, so what I have here is the demo, the demo version of Nihilus, which you can see in the corner. Originally was called Christy Mac. Because we
If you know, you know.
because we name all of our songs after porn stars because we're
after
immature,
accountants.
super mature people.
Famous
After accountants, yeah,
yeah.
that's right. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
famous lawyers and accountants.
Yeah.
Famous accountant.
And
True.
After popular members of the band Korn.
True. Well, that's just
In the
how
star
we-
variety.
Oh God.
corn stars.
Korn on the Cop Stars.
But yeah, anyway, so we got the demo version of the song open here, so it's gonna be missing a few of the stems and stuff like that. But you know, for the most part, it's basically the same. And I think some of the drums are different because Ty usually like changes drums.
Yeah. More or less, what happens is like we'll all sit down, we'll write all the riffs and everything with like super skeleton drums essentially that you guys program, and then I'll sit down with somebody and go through and we'll kind of reprogram the parts to like my ideas, and then that's as an instrumental. And then usually, like, a month or so later, whatever, you know, depending on our workflow, Johnny will add vocals, write and record them. And then we kind of change the drum fills and little sections to work with the vocals better, more or less. So
Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and play the full version of the demo song first, because I figured it might be kind of interesting, because you could hear, like, you know, there's slight changes here and there from what ended up being the final. So we're going to shut up for a second, and you guys can enjoy the demo version of the song. So that was the demo version of the song, pretty similar to what you guys ended up hearing in the final. This is like not the complete version because I didn't put all of Johnny's files in there because he has like a ton of layering, which I'm sure he'll talk about. And then same for Cooper, you might have stuff that's not in here, but regardless, you get the point. Yeah, so I guess we'll just talk about like how we wrote the song real quick. So this is one that we all wrote together. So basically I had these guys over here for like 3 days straight. They all stayed over. It was a good old slumber party. And I think we started this song like, did we write this like in the order that it ended up being basically? Like we started with the intro, right?
Yeah, we usually always start with an intro.
We went a couple weird places with it before it ended up here too.
Yeah.
And we wrote like a few sections that we were just not feeling.
I have those as well, which I'll show because I thought it'd be interesting. But yeah, so we wrote this one pretty like chronologically, I guess would be the word. You know, it started out with the little clean intro that Johnny wrote, I think, or was it Cooper? One of you two.
I don't remember.
So, I showed up and there was the lead at the beginning. Just that.
Oh, like this. This didn't even end up being in the song.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked it.
This is like what the song started out as.
Oh yeah, it is. You're right.
Yeah. This is what originally started the song.
I remember that. I remember as we were all the orchestral shit, we were working on the song, and Coop was on his laptop on the couch
that's
working
right,
on the
that's
orchestra shit.
And it's kind of a good show of how much a song can really evolve in the writing process.
Yeah.
Because it really just started with that lead and then right into that first section.
Yeah, so...
And then...
I think we had the idea of like the intro to Immortal by Lorna. We were kind of like...
It was
we wanted to do
Darkest Spawn.
Yeah.
It
It was
started
very...
to sound like Darkest Spawn a lot.
Yeah.
So, when I showed up, it went to the... And then there wasn't a riff.
Mm-hmm.
So now you guys were sitting there like... And I think you guys were eating. And you were like, we ordered food. We're going to go upstairs and eat. And I was like, I'm gonna hang out here with the psalm. And mess around with it a little bit. And I ended up just kind of like... writing what was the chorus riff?
Mm-hmm.
The dun, dun,
like the intro / chorus, yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up writing that. Y'all were pretty happy with it, and then that was kind of the basis of the song, and we worked from there.
Definitely a Cooper riff.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Which sounds triumphant as fuck. I love it.
I think after that, I was just like, we need more blast beats, and that's how that happened.
It's usually how it goes. But yeah, I just thought this was interesting, especially because like this didn't even end up being in the song, but this was like the very first thing that started it out. You know, that thing. But basically we ended up muting that and replacing it with an acoustic guitar. And then that also didn't end up being used, I think, right?
I don't know.
It might be in the song, but it's like super, super low in the mix because then what Cooper did instead, or in addition to, I guess, is he wrote all these orchestral elements which sound like this. There we go.
This kind of changes a lot throughout the song.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of different parts that are accentuated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of what's going on over top of the intro. What were you gonna say?
Oh, somebody just mentioned that there's they feel there's Demu vibes, which is
Demu Borgia.
Yeah, which
That's
is true because me and this guy fucking love them.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember at that time actually I was listening to them a lot. So
yeah,
Big orchestra vibes.
Yeah,
it's all about it.
Not a band I'm familiar with, but I can sort of hear it.
Fuck with the Demon Burgers, bro.
The Demon Burgers, other than the one song, "Progenies of the Murmur."
That's a good song.
Progenies of the Great Apocalypse.
That's the only one I know. But I hear it even from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on for the intro. Tyler says he's got to hire you for stuff because Cooper's a master at this stuff.
Tyler.
It's wild.
Hire all the boys, Tyler.
Yeah. And then so just moving on to the next section. So like Cooper was saying, he kind of wrote this, what would end up becoming the chorus. At the time, it was just the intro. So that sounded like this. Okay, so we'll pause it there. So yeah, that ended up being the intro and repeats later as the chorus. I just muted Johnny's vocals for now because we'll talk about his vocals last, I guess, because he does his vocals at the end anyway, so just makes more sense. But yeah, so that's the intro and intro riff / chorus. Was there any questions about
The
that?
first line that we wrote is over top of that chorus, I guess.
Yeah, it is. So basically, I think literally what I did was I just took the stems from the clean and just moved them over here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's the exact same stem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's just
Which
an
is,
lead.
you know... So that's the exact same thing as what this was going to be, just with a different guitar tone.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on for the intro. So next we move into the next riff, which did I write this part? I think I did.
It's probably you two
it was
boys.
both of us.
Okay.
So there's like an
Fair.
interesting, for everyone out there, there's kind of like an interesting dynamic we have where I will sometimes hop in and like write a chorus or like a breakdown riff,
Mhm.
and then I'll toss it back to you guys because I have no idea how to write like blast beat riffs. And stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and usually what happens to me is like I'll have an idea where I'm like I want the riff to sound like this, but I don't know how to play it because I don't know anything about music theory. So I'll be like, "Yo, Johnny, I want a riff that's like dun 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 dun," and he's like, "Okay, so that would be like B,
Johnny's-
fucking A, B, and then A, but an octave higher." And I'm
Johnny's like,
"What is that on frets though?" And you're like 5 6 5 5. I'm like, "Cool, got it."
Yeah, Johnny's like Shazam for riffs.
Yeah, and then I tab it out So anyways, so one of us or both of us wrote this next part, which I don't think we've really like done a riff like this before.
This is like a Chelsea Grin kind
Yeah.
of riff.
I think maybe we did that on purpose because we had been told we sound like Chelsea Grin, so we're like,
Yeah.
fuck it, let's do it, right?
Definitely was.
Just
Yeah.
self-manifested itself.
Yeah, so the next section is this kind of like fast, like blasty part, which sounds like this. Oh, beat that. Okay, so it's like a pretty short riff section, so I guess that'd be like, you know, verse 1 or whatever. Pretty straightforward, it's pretty easy to play, just, you know, octave jumping is one of my favorite things to do, and I think it sounds cool. So we got some questions we were going to answer real quick before we move on to the next section, which is a pretty cool part. Nico says, I don't know if this is deathcore or whatever to call it, but I love it.
So,
That,
swagcore.
yeah, that's what we call ourselves as deathcore. So congratulations, you like deathcore, I guess,
Congrats,
and thanks for
man.
liking us.
Welcome to the club. friend.
Welcome to deathcore. Will says this is awesome. Thank you. I'm playing bass. Says the clean vocals are great. Thank you so much on
Thanks.
Johnny's behalf.
Appreciate that.
Tyler is asking if it's quad tracked. It is not quad tracked. I only track 2 guitars. I
What
do
do you do
not.
with bass though?
I do 2 bass track. Well, I record bass once and duplicate it. I don't know if this is what Ty uses though, to be fair, but I'll show you anyways. So yeah, someone was asking about tones earlier anyways, so we can talk about that real quick before we move on to the next section. So yeah, what I do is I basically record bass once and I literally copy and paste it. So these are the exact same take. It's not recorded twice. So one of the basses sounds like this. Pretty boring. The other bass sounds like this.
The clank.
Yeah. And then when you combine the two together,
You got the ratcheting class.
pretty much. So yeah, that's what's going on for bass. Of course, I don't know what Ty did exactly when he mixed it, but basically, you know, pretty standard stuff. One bass is only the low end, which is, you know, using the neural DSP parallax, and then one is only the high end, which I think, yeah, it's the Dark Glass B7K. So all 3 plugins, same bass take, just copy paste twice. No Eris Tiger. This was recorded back in like November 2021. Or sorry, 2021?
Yeah,
shit.
that's right.
2021.
Long time ago, before I had a lot of the stuff I have. We also use this bass. Might as well show it, right? So we use this one, which I don't think we had used before because I don't think I had it when we recorded Anthology. But it's tuned all the way down to drop E with like a ridiculously low string. And that's what that is. And then yeah, like I said, no quad tracking. You're just like staring at the wall. Freaked me out. I was like,
I was just looking. I was like, fuck, I haven't seen a few of these.
There's probably some new stuff. And then the guitar tracks. So it's actually funny. I ended up like reamping the guitars like 6 different times with like all of my real amps. So I used like 5150, fucking Rev, Angle, Mesa, and I gave him the DIs and I gave him the Neural ESP tones. And he actually ended up just using the plugin tones, even though I gave him all those options. So at the end of the day, we actually just ended up using the... Oh no, we didn't even use this either, actually. So basically, he took the DIs and reamped them through the Neural DSP for Nameless suite, and that's all. That's pretty much it for guitars.
Yeah.
And then all the leads and stuff are kind of all over the place. Like, I don't know what's going on. Gojira, we got some Pliny, just all Neural DSP plugins for this whole song, basically, and for everything else we've recorded. Is there anything else we should talk about, or just move on to the next part of the song?
You can just keep going.
Okay, so we're going to play the next part of the song and talk about that. Okay, so real short, like, first breakdown.
This one's you, right?
Yeah, I wrote this one. I think I mentioned this maybe already, but if I didn't, basically, like, we wrote this around when Viljarda's last album came out, so I was, like, obsessed with that album, and one of the things that Viljarda and Humanity's Last Breath both do is they use a shit ton of pitch shifting, which, like, we have kind of used in other songs, but we had never used it in this way before. So basically, the whole song is in drop E, but for this one little section, we basically tuned down to drop D, so down 2 steps. I don't remember. Oh yeah, this was kind of your idea because I wanted to do this and you were like, it doesn't make sense because music theory. And I was like, how do I make it make sense?
Yeah, he basically wanted to play a note that we didn't have access to within our key signature. Like, he wanted it to sound lower, but there was no way to do it without pitch shifting.
So I did.
So we just pitch shifted instead, and it sounds pretty pissed.
Yeah, it ended up sounding awesome. And then it also has this little ramp up where we did the opposite, where it pitch shifts up by an octave. Just for those 2 notes. And I don't know, I thought it sounded really cool.
I think when we recorded that, one of you guys had to do the pedal.
Yeah, that's probably right.
It was so funny.
I was on all fours, just...
Yeah, he's like doing it with your hand for some reason.
Yeah, it was easier.
Well, we needed it very precise. Remember
true,
that.
True.
It was funny.
Yeah.
We vlogged a bunch of that, didn't we?
Probably.
I did.
We definitely
probably
have
did terrible filming on it.
some BTS for this.
Well, yeah, I think we probably filmed like the first day and then nothing else. So
I was
like,
gone the second day.
Makes no sense. Gary says, a note we didn't have access to, 100 and then a firework emoji. I don't know if that's supposed to mean, but fair enough. Breakdown is very horny, I agree.
I was gonna say I think the beginning's more horny, but I was like, no, that's violence.
True.
Maybe the whole song.
The whole song is pretty...
Do we have horns in any of our songs?
There's
like an actual horn?
Like a horn section.
Oh,
yeah, there's
probably,
horns in the background there. It is pretty horny, you're right. Factually speaking.
Horn apostrophe Y for the record.
Yeah.
Tyler says, I appreciate Johnny's theory knowledge. I get made fun of for knowing theory. Interesting, because usually you get made fun of for not knowing theory, which is what happens to me all the time.
I don't care that nobody knows it. It doesn't bother me. It's just like, yeah, it definitely helps in situations like this when we're like, well, fuck, like, how do we get to this point? Like, how do we find it? So, I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I would have probably just done the whole thing in E and just been like, I guess it sounds fine because I don't know anything.
Not on my watch, baby.
That's what you're here for. JC says the Thal section. Yeah, exactly. Super Viljarda inspired indeed. Bless you. Okay, so the next riff is an interesting one, or next section rather, because this was also one that I think I like started writing it and then you made me change it, I remember, because I'm really, really bad at playing chords. And I played this riff originally as all just like plucked single notes, and Johnny was like, you have to do it as chords.
Yeah.
So we re-recorded it as that, which is to me a lot harder to play, but it definitely does sound way better. So this next section sounds like this. Yeah, so I just let it play. So it goes back into the chorus, which is the same as the intro after that. But yeah, this section is also something that we haven't really done before. I don't really know where the inspiration for this one came from.
I wanted some tech. I wanted it to be hard.
What?
The way we did the drums in this part was definitely a little bit more particular than any other part of the song.
True.
I just wanted it to be complicated.
I thought you meant the... Never mind.
Not the chorus,
I get what you mean, yeah.
No, yeah, the riff in itself is, like, really cool because it's, like, Hungarian minor, which is, like, a scale that not a lot of people use. Like, it's usually, like, harmonic minor, which is pretty, typical for metal.
For me?
Well, yeah, it is one of your favorite scales for sure. But, yeah, I just thought, it's cool. It feels kind of like a good bridge section. It's nice to have that diversity in the song, so it's not just, like, the same verses over and over again.
Yeah, and especially going out of that breakdown into it, like, this transition, it didn't seem like it was going to work at first just because it's, like, pretty jarring, but I don't know, somehow it does, and it sounds really fucking cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool. And we recorded the acoustics for this part, too, at your place.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Where are those? We could probably actually solo those because there's a lot of stuff going on in the background in this section. So underneath the riff for this part, this is what's happening. So ridiculous. But yeah, so lots of stuff happening there. And is anything new happening with the orchestral stuff during the second chorus, or is it pretty much the same?
Yeah, so like there's definitely like throughout this whole song, you can't see on these stems, but like MIDI wise when I was writing it, essentially there's a lot of parts that like the chorus at the start will have like a high violin to bring out the melody more. But when it goes to like a more slow part, the melody will go down to kind of like make it feel less harsh,
right?
Yeah,
and it blends in a little bit better. So there's a lot of things like that. There's nothing like I can really pick out on this end, but yeah. Yeah,
and like for reference, like these are basically Ty's mixdowns because when Cooper does his stems, it's pretty insane. Like there's usually like 80 to 100 files, which obviously I just can't.
How many do we have here? There's like 5.
Oh yeah, there's like 3. So each of these files is like 50 files condensed into a mix, basically.
Yeah.
I thought you said 8,200 a second.
No.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, just 8,000.
8,000 files.
If y'all want to see me go into depth on that kind of stuff, I do that on my Twitch channel. So that's twitch.tv/my name. There we go. There's my plug.
There you go.
Say my name.
Yeah, so next up, I think we go into the bridge leading into the second breakdown. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so let's just go into that part, shall we? So this is the second breakdown. Okay, so that's the bridge and breakdown. I was going to pause it at the bridge, but who cares? Fuck it. Yeah, so the bridge is pretty close to the same as the intro. Like, the intro was like... So we kind of... Yeah, so it's not quite the same, but we wanted a similar feeling as the beginning of the song, so... Yeah, so kind of like that. Where it gets interesting is... Halfway through the bridge, we pitch shifted again, so going from E down to C sharp now, which is 3 semitones lower, so it's lower than this breakdown, and then it stays in C sharp for the rest of the song. I think that's pretty much all that's happening for the bridge, right? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Travis and I worked on the drums in this part for quite a while as well.
And then, like, none of it got used.
Getting the fills right. I mean, Ty changed the fills, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we worked on forever.
Yeah, was this section.
Yeah, again, like I was saying earlier, for anybody that wasn't in the chat at that point, was that we program the instrumentals or record and demo out the instrumentals well before we do the vocals, so we spent a lot of time programming drum parts in this section that didn't eventually get used because they didn't really work with the vocals that we had there, so...
Yeah, that's true.
But that's all right.
Yeah, there's a couple feel changes in there with the drums that are interesting for sure. And I know in the final version, actually, the violins were actually mixed a little lower so that the drums had more kind of free range in the mix, which was interesting. So shout out to Ty for making all our crazy stuff work in the mix.
Making sense of our 100-track song.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that happens here is there's also a tempo change. So the tempo actually goes up, which is something we almost never do. If we ever change tempo, we always slow down. So I think this is the first song we've ever done where
we
it goes
did that on purpose.
faster.
This was inspired by Lifeblood.
Yeah, by Brand of Sacrifice.
Yeah, we kind of want to be like, people think we're going to do a slower breakdown
which
here,
we do,
huh?
to be fair.
We do, but first,
It gets
we
to
hit the
that, it gets
gas.
to that.
We start at the beginning of the music video. We hit the gas a
Yeah,
little bit.
exactly.
Yeah, it was definitely funner to speed it up as opposed to slow it down. Kind of a fun challenge.
We've done like so many slow breakdowns, which again we did end up doing anyways, but this is something we haven't done before, so we thought it'd be a cool thing to throw in there. So Johnny, you wrote this, I'm pretty sure. Did you want to talk about anything in the breakdown? Or this breakdown, rather?
Yeah, I don't really remember, like, a rhyme or reason as to why I wrote it this way. I think, like, the way I write a lot of shit is I just improv it for the most part. And then if I feel like I found something within it, I'll start to repeat it. I think that's probably what ended up happening with this.
Yeah, I think I just remember you saying, like, I want to write something like Lifeblood specifically.
Yeah.
And that was really the only cue that you had.
Yeah, and, like, I didn't want to copy it directly, but I wanted to borrow its essence, I guess.
Yeah. And I think I don't remember why we decided to shift down to C sharp. Probably because we really liked Phil Jarga at the time.
It sounded cool.
Yeah.
It made sense, and it sounded beefy. It made it sound like just heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
And, I love all the elements that Cooper added over this section as well, with, like, obviously the trap beat.
Yeah.
And the 808s and stuff. Like, I think it always makes it slap a little bit harder.
Yeah, this part was interesting.
So what I'm going to suggest is we're going to play just the breakdown one more time with only the symphonic elements, because there's a lot of stuff going in the background that you can't really hear quite so well. So we're going to listen to just that. So we're going to solo Cooper's tracks, and this is the breakdown without the breakdown, basically. Okay, lots of stuff going on.
That's that section. Let's start it off with probably like the thing that people are gonna point out the most in that section is you have the Taco Bell.
It's Taco Bell.
Can we solo it? Is it?
It's not soloable, but it's in this track.
Okay, let's see.
I think.
Maybe at the beginning.
Oh, this part? No, it's not.
Percussion.
Yeah, go ahead.
There we go. We got the Taco Bell.
And it happens again right here.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
So it's not the Taco Bell, but it is
Inspired
a
by.
Taco Bell. It's a Taco Bell in spirit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted like a really cool church bell kind of sample. When we wrote this part, we were not sure if we wanted to write leads or something here. So I kind of told the guys to just leave it empty, and I worked on it kind of on my own, and we had the big gap for the breakdown call out,
Mm-hmm.
and then the pitch that I had, I remember was the breakdown was following a fuss ro da rhythm.
Right, I do
So
remember
it was
that,
like
yeah.
it was like I was like rhyming out fuss ro da, and I kind of used that timing. Fuss ro da, fuss ro da, and I kind of used that like a little bit for the choir, but I had to change it up a little bit to match the some of the vocals and leads and stuff that were happening there.
Yeah, and then the other thing to talk about in this section is also, oops, not that. Where is it?
We can talk about vocals last.
No, your lead. I just can't find it. Ah, there we go. So there's also this lead, which is actually funny because Cooper likes to do this as well, where he just fucking does something and doesn't tell anyone. And then, you were just like, there's a surprise in there. You guys haven't heard it yet. And we were like, all right. And then we only heard this lead when Ty sent us back the first mix, I think.
Yeah.
Like, because I didn't even know you were doing that. And then, we all loved it. So obviously it stayed in the song.
Yeah. For context, like, I'm not just
you always do this, but I'm just saying, like, you like to throw some shit in there.
Sometimes when I feel like there's a little thing that I added that I feel like kind of like brings my idea full circle, is like I'll be a little teasy about it. And yeah, this was one where
you little tease.
I sent like a demo and it did not have that in it, and I waited until we all got together to get my approval. But yeah, y'all dug it. I was stoked y'all.
No, it's sweet for sure.
Made the cut.
Yeah. So just that guy there, which is a awesome lead. Okay, so now we're on the final part of the song. Before we get to the final part of the song, do we have any questions? I saw some people talking. We got Jordan up in the house. What's up, Jordan?
Hey.
Synth Chris, how's it going? Nico says Taco Bell sucks, but this goes hard. Fair enough.
True.
Taco Bell does suck.
Taco Bell's brutal.
Yeah.
Ryan, thanks for joining. Lenny, you're late. Hope you're doing great. Just saw the video and it's so good. Like a movie time travel in a tube screen with an outrageously good song. Cheers from Germany. Thank you so much, Lenny. I appreciate that. Andrew says, tease that bitch. That's you, Cooper.
I be teasing that bitch. That's right.
Coop the tease. That's what we call him.
That's
yeah. All right. Jonathan Lamenti is here too. What's up? Jonathan did our artwork, by the way. He did an amazing job. Insanely detailed artwork.
He's the best.
Jonathan's the man.
Yeah. But we're going to listen to the final part of the song, which is, of course, another breakdown because it's us, you know. So we're going to listen to that breakdown and talk about it.
Out here doing some throat singing.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was in the song.
Whoops.
Yeah, so the last breakdown of the song is really short because, like we were kind of saying, like, we at first, like, didn't really want to do another slowdown breakdown because we've done it so many times. But we couldn't get away from it. It just matched the song so well. So the compromise was kind of like, okay, we'll do it, but we'll keep it, like, super fucking short. And also, the breakdown here is actually the exact same as the intro riff. We played exactly the same thing. The only difference is we played it in C# instead of E. And obviously all the orchestral elements are also tuned down, if you will, and also you added some more stuff in there too.
Yeah, actually, so I think the goal for this last part was it was going to be, and it was similar to the previous section, whereas I feel like the theme of, like, and the main melody of my Nihilus, it kind of stops at that bridge where you have the breakdown call out. From there on, it's all, like, it's an entirely different song / it's like a beat switch,
different
basically,
vibe for sure.
where you have, you know, no melodies being repeated from the beginning, and it's the same with this last part. I think I just cut out all the orchestral stuff.
Oh, so it's all different.
And
Only at the end.
All you have left at the end here is there's, like, the big snares and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, if you solo that, you might be able to.
Yeah, so I guess we'll listen to that again, but just with, you know, Cooper's elements. So, for context, none of us, other than you, obviously, knew that was in the song at all. I had no idea they were singing.
Moment.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I forgot that.
Johnny's got his little surprises too, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah,
That's for
vocally,
sure.
I can get away with so much.
True. But yeah, so that's what's going on there. And that pretty much covers like everything for the song, unless you guys have anything you want to add, and then we'll talk about vocals, obviously. But anything else about this section? I feel like it's
I don't know. I just remember I was very adamant about not slowing down.
But we convinced you.
But we just did it
Kind
anyways.
of did it.
A few drinks later.
I'm still really adamant about it, but like in this song, it makes sense. I'm tired of slowing down.
Well, wait till you hear our next song.
Yeah, there's none of that.
Yeah,
Definitely, it
that's
doesn't
true.
have a slowdown
It's
in
fucking
it.
different.
Okay, so yeah, that pretty much covers the full song. So I guess we're gonna go and talk about Johnny's vocals now, and I guess my vocals, which is basically nothing. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to say, but I think I'm good. So yeah, what would you like to talk about, Johnny?
You can start at the very beginning, just maybe solo the choir.
The choir, yeah. Okay,
Just
so
start
going
talking
back
about
to
that.
the intro, let's go.
So many layers. I saw that.
Yeah, so all the choir stuff I did very last. I did all of the screaming first, and the way that I write my vocals is I usually always do everything on the fly. So the first thing I wrote was the chorus. I literally just sat down with the instrumental and started to concept the idea of the song, which I was like, I'm writing it about a Star Wars character.
So you
because I'm
base
a
off Duel of the Fates? That's what it sounds like.
Does
to me.
it? Oh,
that's what I think.
I didn't think of that at all.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, so I wrote all the screaming vocals first, and then I went back to do the choir stuff because the choir stuff took forever. Because I did, I think I ended up doing 12 layers. So that's double tracked every line, and it took forever. So like, and I don't care about admitting this whatsoever, but all the really low baritone stuff, I couldn't actually hit those notes at all. So what I did was I sang a monotone. Like I sang one note the whole line through, not on key, and then I went in Melodyne
Really?
and moved it myself.
I didn't know that.
Because I can't sing that low. I'm not a baritone. I'm more of like a tenor. So I couldn't get there, so I just made myself get there with Melodyne.
Interesting.
And then, yeah, all the other stuff is obviously normal. I didn't really touch it. But
Someone's asking, is that fucking Latin?
it is Latin.
So-
Yeah, so the main line in Latin is I came, I saw, I conquered.
What was that first section?
Vene vidi vici
Oh, sorry, no,
is
that line you just said.
I came, I saw.
Oh.
Very good. Yes. So yeah, there's Latin.
Tribute
There's
to
twice.
Christy Mack
There's
there.
Latin in this song twice. That's the first time. It's the main line of the song.
In the
basically.
end, right?
Yeah, the choir stuff took forever, very long time.
Okay, well, let's move to the first verse. So there's the choir is what's going on throughout the whole intro of the song. And basically when the full band enters, if you will. The full band includes Johnny, obviously, so here we go.
I'll just talk about the actual vocal layering in this part first. So in this stem version, we pretty much only have the main vocals, which is totally fine. But it's funny because for moving into the new Carcosa stuff, I was like, man, I gotta layer a lot less. I have quite a bit of layering going on in older Carcosa stuff, so I kind of wanted to move away from it, which is the exact opposite of what I did for this section, where I wanted the chorus to sound about as huge and as massive as humanly possible. So on top of the choir stuff, which is already like 12, single-track vocals, I have probably another 8 on top of just the screaming ones. And initially for the choir shit, I was literally going to do like full chest voice, like, yeah.
Really?
Like, I have it recorded, and I know that Ty has the stems.
Oh, no.
He just didn't end up using it.
Okay.
Which is fine. But it was very, like, throaty and, like, fucking weird chanty shit, so I'm kind of glad it didn't get used.
I would have loved to hear that.
Oh, it's very funny.
I probably have the stems somewhere.
You probably
could probably
do.
find them.
But yeah, the chorus I just wanted to sound as big as possible. Besides that, like, the rest of the layering in the song is pretty minimal. The verses are pretty much only single-take vocals.
Yeah.
Somebody asked if live you're gonna sing the clean or the scream.
I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, I see some comments saying that
I
there should
believe
be
the
choir live.
backtracks.
Oh,
A
God.
full
We
choir?
should get
Dude, I
just
think me and
Bring Me
John,
the Horizon
me
stuff.
and
Yeah,
this,
just
me
Bring
and
Me
this
the
guy's
Horizon.
dream is to play with like a full orchestra.
I would
for
love to
sure.
play with
Royal
Yeah.
Albert Hall.
Yeah, dude, that's like
That's an attainable goal.
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah,
the
it's
top
super
of
cheap.
That's
the,
very
super,
reasonable.
No problem.
I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Probably mostly favor screaming vocals. Doing this kind of vocals and cleans at the same time is really strenuous, so I'll probably only favor one or the other.
Yeah, it makes
But we'll
sense.
see.
It's kind of what I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of highlight the part when the choir comes in because I think it sounds fucking sweet. So halfway through the verse, it switches from being only screamed vocals to like this part, which I guess is what some of you are talking about, where you're saying or asking if he'll do one or the other. So. Yeah, so there's a lot of shit going on there. It's crazy. One funny thing we realized after we finished the song, we always like spell check lyrics, obviously, and one thing that we both missed this time. Did you guys know that prophesized is not a fucking word? Because neither of us did.
Yeah.
So we can blame Bob Dylan for this because he released a song where he says prophesize, so everyone thinks that that's a word, and it's not. And now we all know, including you guys, if you didn't know. The correct word is prophesied, not prophesized.
If you listen incorrectly, it'll sound right. But if you listen intently, it'll sound wrong.
If you just don't listen very hard, it sounds fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Just kind of let
But now you
the
know.
words go out the other ear.
Yeah,
and,
just
and
don't-
it'll all be good.
Just
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
But I did not know that, and neither did Johnny.
No.
And then we printed the song, and I was like, fuck.
We actually had two
Missed it.
two parts in this song lyrically.
The other one we did fix, though.
Yeah.
Which was also kind of surprising. So later on in the song, there was a lyric originally that was...
Sacrilegious.
No, you had sacrilegion, and we realized sacrilegion isn't a word. It's either sacrilege or sacrilegious, but not sacrilegion, so we had to like change it to be sacrilegious. Oh yeah, sacrilege. Anyways, you get the point.
Yeah.
We got fake words
I made
notes
up
that
a
don't
word.
exist.
Yeah.
I made up
And-
a word that I thought was real, and
Yeah.
it's
Streams a goddamn English lesson.
Yeah.
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 There you go. Now you
I can
know.
write Latin, but I can't write English.
Yeah.
English
Okay.
is a dumb language.
So we'll
anyways.
move on to the fucking blast beat part. Okay, blast beat part. What do you got to say, Johnny?
Gotta go fast. Yeah, I
Blasting.
mean, another thing that I'm starting to be more aware of is I end up doing this a lot is where I pick a section and then I just go fast. But
Spitting.
I just wanted to do something that wasn't just like straight 16th, so I tried to kind of mess around with rhythm a little bit more for the vocals. I kind of, for the first half of it, I was kind of basing it off of like a George, like Corpse Grinder kind of style of vocal that felt really kind of just beefy on its own. And then, started doing the spitting shit that everyone
Seems to like that.
seems to like it, which is
So-
Pretty
cool.
sick. It's pretty,
Gotta do it forever now.
pretty
Yeah.
new metal of you, Chumley.
Well, a lot of people think I sound like Franz, and I'm like, that's fine. I don't think I do. But that's great.
Somebody asked a question about Attila at some point, actually.
Somebody did say Attila.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, I totally get the comparison. Like, whether you like the band or not, like, I think it's a fair comparison.
Black metal influence. Yeah, I mean, all of the high stuff I would definitely base off of, like, you know, Danny Filth and, you know, the Dimmu Borgir stuff, 100%. That's kind of where a lot of that really crispy black metal stuff, I think, shines.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Makes sense. Next up, we got the big thing that you love to do, so we'll talk about that. So this is breakdown number 1.
Unsuspecting fleas knew not what was coming for them. Last year and vital sacrilege, all my words were stripped away.
Yup. Have to throw in a tunnel there. Yeah, people ask me what I do for those all the time. It's just tunnels. It's nothing. It's not false chord. It's like a blend of head and chest. So yeah, I just always like doing them. They're easy to do for me, so I kind of pull them out quite a bit. And I thought that part hit harder with that low.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I said sacrilege. Long before.
Where is it? Yeah, that used to be Pure Unbridled Sacrilegion.
Yeah.
Pure Unbridled Sacrilegion. And I made you change it.
It's actually better now because it gives me a moment to breathe.
Yeah,
So.
and it's, I don't know, it's cool with like the ramp or whatever you would call that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty short section there. So next up we go back to your choirs in the bridge section.
Yep.
Which sounds like this. Yeah, so same as the intro.
The choir in this section is the exact same as the one in the intro. I literally just copied and pasted it over. It fit the section harmonically, so I thought it would be really cool.
Fair enough. Moving on then, anything else?
No, yeah, this is just the second to last chorus that's basically cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was doing this, I was having a hard time deciding if I wanted to do the first half or the second half of the chorus, and I landed on this one instead.
Okay, well, let's listen to chorus. Was that a copy paste too?
Yep.
Yeah, copy paste. Hey, I know. Nerd is a compliment, nerds rule. Agreed, Lenny.
What did he say? Nerd is a compliment?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I think just because we're talking about nerdy shit.
I think someone was saying they were.
Oh, because they
scared
spoke Latin
they're
or
nerd
something.
or something.
Oh, I see. Don't be scared. We're all nerds.
We're all
Especially me.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Hold
Oh,
on.
sorry.
Travis is a cool guy. He rides a scooter.
Hey, you see that if you watch the video. Actually, that's a fun fact. Half the tricks in the video on the scooter were actually performed live.
That is
They
true.
were
That is
performed
true.
live in front of a studio audience.
Which was me.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we got the bridge going into breakdown number 2.
Yeah.
This one I also have vocals in. I don't really do very many vocals in this song. And the way that we do this is I never write any lyrics. Johnny writes all of them. And then basically, like, after he writes and records all of his vocals, he'll send me or us a demo of it. And he also sends me a lyric sheet that has all the lyrics. And then certain sections will be green, obviously, because it's me. And if anything is green, then I know that I have to do it. So he gives me the files with him doing those parts. So I, like, know what kind of phrasing he had in mind. And then I basically just copy whatever he did to the best of my ability. Sometimes I change the phrasing if it's in a way that I can't or don't want to do. But for the most part, it's usually pretty much exactly what Johnny says.
Yeah. Yeah, this was just the best part of the song to do this because there was moments where you weren't playing guitar.
And that too, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it sounded beefy. I wanted to add Andrew on more parts, but a lot of it had, like, some rhythmic stuff going on that just wasn't going to work. Otherwise, I would have him on it more, but it's these parts that sound beefier with layered vocals. Yeah. And I love the idea of doing a call and response. I remember talking about that because we were talking about Slaughter to Prevail. I can't remember what song it was, but there was a verse section that had a call and response. And I was like, I really want a moment like that. Yeah.
I can't remember
what
the song.
It's not Made in Russia, is it?
It's the one that starts with him like, Alex the Terrible.
Okay.
I don't remember which song it was.
Yeah, I really wanted
Bratva?
I really wanted a moment like that where we had like a call and response between the instruments and the vocals. And that's basically what this ended up being.
Yeah. So we'll listen to that part, and it might sound a little weird because I think I left all my vocals in or whatever, but we'll see. Yeah, so that's the bridge. I don't know if there's really anything else we got to talk about.
The one thing I took pride in when we wrote the Absent EP is that I didn't swear like at all. The only time I swore is when I say cunt, which is a...
You chose the worst one.
I chose the worst word if I was going to say it. But besides that, I really didn't swear really in any other Carcosa song, and I really had a battle in this section because I was like, the first thing I wanted to say was fuck. And I was like, God damn it, I want to try and find... It's not that I'm against swearing, I'm not. I swear all the time.
Clearly.
Fuck's a good word.
The thing is,
Carcosa's pro-fuck.
When you're writing lyrics, it's just kind of like throwaway lines, whereas you could actually maybe utilize it and find something a little bit more creative and or intelligent to say as opposed to fuck. But sometimes it just calls for a good fuck, and that's why I just kept fucking there.
I think it goes pretty hard.
There's no argument for a good fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And with the song title, like, no, I'm kidding.
It ain't nothing like a good fuck with the boys, am I right, guys?
Yeah, and then for, I guess, like, all of Johnny's stems aren't here, because, like he was saying, he has, like, what, like 8 layers or something?
8 for all the screaming stuff,
Yeah, so for my vocals, I don't do that. I only do, like, 2 max. I know Johnny has wanted me to do more, but I don't know, for me, whatever reason, I just never want to do it, so I just always stick to 2. Also, like, I'm sure hopefully most people know this by now, but obviously Johnny and I's voice are, like, complete fucking opposite. Like, we use the total opposite screaming technique, so it's always really fun to layer together, because, I don't know, I just think it just sounds cool. It gives it, like, a different sound.
Diversity.
Yeah, and also I like doing vocals when I can, so it's always nice to be able to do them. So we're going to go into the breakdown, which is here.
It's time to make your fucking maker! It's been prophesized before our very eyes. So now it's time to make your fucking maker!
Yeah, so breakdown, what do you got?
The screaming vocals are basically just repeated lines, which is something I'm trying to kind of get used to more as well. Sometimes if you can write a line that is actually, pretty catchy and hooky, it's nothing wrong with repeating it. Johnny Davey from Joffrey Cowboy used to do that all the time, where he would write like a really good verse and he would repeat it like twice in the song, which I always thought was cool. So I'm trying to like work on just writing one really good part and having it repeat, kind of like a chorus, but like a little bit more in depth. That's kind of what this part was like. And the choir part in the bridge section after the O, I was really hyped on how it ended up.
We'll take a listen to that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I did not notice that in the final mix.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, I don't mean to theory guy again, but it's kind of like counterpoint melody, where you have 2 melodies going on at the same time, but they harmonize. except I did it like 12 times instead. So like everything is separated by octaves, and then for every octave that I do, I harmonize that octave. So it was a lot of like standing in my recording office studio thing and just going fucking ham on the same lines over and over again, just saying "oh" a lot. And yeah, that's kind of it. It's, I wish I had the luxury of like another trick with recording choir stuff is trying to make your voice sound different every single time, so that you don't just sound like one person. Very, very hard. We did it in Hypnos when we were doing the chanting vocals in the chorus. When I recorded it, once again, I did like 12 tracks of me doing it, but every single time I did it, I tried to sound like somebody else.
Didn't other people record it?
You
too?
guys did as well,
yeah.
So it was my 12 vocals on top of the stuff that you guys recorded for me as well.
Which part in Hypnos is that? I don't even remember.
I pray for
Oh, of course, yeah.
That part. But yeah, that's kind of the same idea with the choir stuff as well, trying to make it sound a little bit different.
Cool. What's up, Ultra Jets fan, by the way? Thanks for joining. Nico, sometimes fuck just slaps, indeed.
Fuck
Oh, so it was Bravo from Slaughterville.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Just got a new job and y'all decided to drop some merch. Perfect timing. Hey, we love to hear that. Thanks for picking something up if you did.
Hell yeah.
Okay, final part of the song, the big breakdown with the low vocals. Let's take a listen. No, there we go. Okay.
Hello. Yes, this is the second Latin part of the song. Basically, in Latin, just says, "I'm the father of nihility." That's pretty much all it says. Yeah, I also forgot that I did really low baritone choir in this part.
Yeah.
But it's chill in there.
Yeah.
So
I did not even know that was in the song.
Yeah, so you can actually hear like the articulation in the low ones, because I think Ty did a really good job of mixing it, but it is the exact same line as the main one that you're hearing, but I pulled it an octave down. So it sounds really weird on its own because it's obviously has articulations and weird stuff. But when you mix it in together, it sounds really cool. I wish my voice was that low, but I can't. So...
like that.
Or I like
Maybe
straight
you do it
up,
next
like
time.
I just say one note and then I change it.
That's fine.
But yeah, that's kind of it.
Sweet. Yeah, so that pretty much covers like the entire song. There's still 50 people watching, which is amazing to me that people are willing to sit here and listen to us just nerd out over our own fucking music, but we appreciate it. The only other thing I was gonna show was also like these other ideas that didn't make it into the song, which I kept. So like you can kind of hear in a couple of them that the idea was there, but it ended up being a different riff in the final. So anyways, I'll show you those real quick. So we have two. This one says Travis Idea. I don't know what this one is, but we'll take a listen. That was super weird.
I remember having the hardest time trying to figure out how the fuck to get out of that. That's probably why we took it out.
I think that's what. Yeah, it just didn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that's why we ended up doing the other shit in C sharp though, because that's also in C sharp.
C sharp. Yeah.
So maybe like we had that idea
way,
to go lower, but that riff didn't work. So we're like, let's just do the fucking intro, but lower.
It's probably too jarring of a tempo.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
That's a good example of like severe ADHD ideas. It's like I want to do this, and then that idea just goes like complete tangent. And by the time we finished it, I remember thinking, "Yeah, this doesn't work at all."
It's also like
What's the second one?
it's also like, oh no, this must have. It must have been for the outro. Like, it must have been in place of this. Because it's the same tempo. It's 105. I don't know what...
No, it was in place of the speed up.
Oh,
Yeah, I
interesting.
think it was the
Yeah,
bridge.
we were
Oh, because
swapping them around
originally,
initially.
yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to find like a climactic breakdown
True,
for
true.
that bridge.
Interesting.
We
And
were
then
getting-
that ended up being switched out with the Meet Your Fucking Maker part.
Yeah,
True,
we were
true.
gonna try and do a switcheroo where we did slow, middle, fast, end. And,
Yeah,
we decided
it was just too
not to.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't remember what this is. It just says Andrew idea. So,
Alright.
oh, I think I know what this is, but we'll hear. Just every guitar noise I can make. So that basically ended up being that first breakdown, which you can especially hear during this part.
We used those notes.
This is like the basis
The end.
for what became this riff. So similar idea, but like higher notes or something.
Yeah.
And that was probably also when I was like, "What the fuck notes can I use
Yeah,
here?"
because they're both in two different keys, but they are both separated by a whole step. So
Yeah.
it was an E, and this one's in D.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
So that's where this breakdown originally started. Nice, and then we changed
Jesus
it to this.
Christ, man.
That was
I got
loud.
That was a
dude.
lot.
Welcome home, buddy.
I was giving
Fucking
the
kill you,
sub
bro.
to a can over.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for the song, guys. So if you have any questions, we'll answer that and then get out of here real quick. I don't know if there's any questions. We can just take a quick look here.
We do have some records here we can sign.
Oh,
We can do
we'll
it
do
live as well.
we'll do
By the way,
toss. Oh yeah, sure.
I was gonna piss real quick.
Perfect time to go full screen.
Can we get a 100 emoji in the chat for piss?
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Let me just pull up that merch again real quick.
Buy
Man, you are
merchandise.
slurping today.
Yeah.
Slurping
It's a
hard.
slurpy beer.
God damn, baby.
It's an IPA. You don't chug it.
Fair enough. Okay, so just as a quick reminder as well, while Johnny's in the bathroom, we do still have some merch. The link to that is in the pinned comment. That linkter.e. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm trying to say. The link tree is on the screen. And we got merch, which you can buy. We got rolling papers, long sleeves, t-shirts, windbreakers, fucking wall flags, stickers, shorts, tons of stuff. Go check it out. And again, Jonathan Lamentio still in the chat. Shout out to him for designing the artwork for this single.
So sick.
This shit is insane.
So sick.
Like crazy,
Shout
all
out
hand
to
drawn.
Loud Sonic
Yeah.
for the that sick long sleeve
Mhm.
design.
The sleeves.
So tight.
Yeah, so if any of y'all want to pick up some of that stuff, we have a few little vinyl records right here. So if y'all go to the store, and it should be under the music section,
I can show it right
you
now.
can pick up this guy right here. We got
Limited
the
edition.
we got the Plague vinyl in the house, and anyone in the chat, if y'all order these right now, we'll sign them live for you. If y'all want to cop a CD, cop
Yeah.
a vinyl, pick anything up, we'll sign it right here for you.
And
Custom message and all. Travis, what do you got for them?
this has become tradition. Right?
This started as a joke when we first dropped our first. We did our first live stream for one of our drops,
I'm gonna let
and
you
I
guys
made a
talk.
joke and I said, if anybody would like me to draw a dick on their vinyl, I will do it live on stream. And now it has become a running thing. I think I've drawn probably at least 10.
Hundreds.
I've drawn a
Quite a few
handful
dicks.
of girthy hogs to put it.
I would say a metric dozen.
A metric dozen of girthy hogs have been drawn on fans or friends of the band's vinyls.
Yeah, you asked for it.
And
Yeah.
I am honestly, it was something I didn't know I wanted in my life. So if anybody wants a hog drawn on their vinyl, I will happily do it.
Y'all like dick?
There you go.
It's
Just,
not sus. It's for the boys.
Yeah, Travis will be very happy with you. And yeah, just feel free to drop like
Just put it in a note.
say sign this. Get Travis to do his thing on this. Just put that in the. We got a little note on the order you can put, or drop your name in the chat, and we'll figure it out.
Let Travis do his thing.
But yeah.
Okay, draw a penis.
We're just gonna hang out here for a little bit, y'all. So thanks to everyone who's hanging out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions? Let us know. Band related or not.
Drop in the
Ask
chat.
about Johnny's beard. He loves that. Spaghetti. Spaghetti opinions.
People think my beard is fake.
Yeah, it is. Just for the record, it is fake.
I'm not real.
Actually, we're all fake. Everything you see.
Is it
These
cake?
are stick-on tattoos right here.
Yeah, it's cake.
It's actually cake.
I'm cake. If you cut me open, I'm cake.
It's the longest running cake meme.
Yeah.
For
Any
shows in
guesses?
Germany this year. Not this year, I doubt it, yeah.
No.
I know every one of us want to play everywhere that people want to see us. So we all hope it happens at some point. We're going to start with the U.S. probably, but I hope we make it overseas at some point for sure.
Yeah. Who makes your album art? So the new single Nihilus, the art is by Jonathan Lamentia and Loud Sonic. It's a little collab. And the anthology art that y'all see on the screen right now, that was done by Loud Sonic.
He's the boy.
Hey, peace out, Peanut Butter Pavement. Thanks for tuning
That's
in.
a hell of a
Thanks,
username.
Peanut Butter Pavement.
That's an awesome name.
Someone says they're ordering a CD.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Hey, let's go. We got it.
Did they ask for a penis?
Whoa. What is the
Nah,
Ultra
they
Jets
didn't
fan
say
talking?
anything.
What?
Fave track off the new Sugar. What do you?
To
say,
be
boys?
honest, I didn't listen to it too much. I just haven't been listening to a lot of metal lately. But the first single they dropped, what was that?
Broken.
I
I forgot what it's called.
That whatever the first single they dropped, I was so sold on that. Honestly, I need to go back and give it another listen, and I forgot to, so I'm gonna do that tonight. So
I like to light the shortening fuse.
yeah.
I already said my opinions on that record. You all got very upset.
Here's the thing, Johnny.
Johnny's
They're
bad.
like 1,000 years old, and they're ripping.
That's great. Dude, I'm a huge Meshuggah guy. I just really didn't like the record.
I thought the mix was kind of funny, but I was listening to a podcast where they were talking about that, and they were talking about the fact that Meshuggah always does things like 5 years before everybody else, and then people copy them, and it becomes the trend. So there was
Maybe,
if you
maybe
listen,
if it sounded good.
but that's the thing. That's the thing, though. They
Damn.
were like, oh, everything. Maybe they were like, everything's overproduced as hell. Let's make it sound kind of fucking fuzzy, and then in 5 years from now, everybody's gonna get sick of this. Like,
Maybe.
yeah. Although I will say, from a drummer point of view, the snare was a bit lacking. Yeah, it didn't pop
fair.
the way it needed to.
Till
But the kick sounded really muddy on that record.
They did something super weird, and they're doing it live too. He used like 2 small kick drums, and then in front of those, he has like 2 massive kick drums to get like the low end. So it's like 2
Weird.
separate
So
miking
it's like
sets.
4
It's
kicks.
4 kick drums.
Strange.
It's crazy.
Till Shift Viz says, "Tell Johnny I said he's a sexy beast." So
Thanks.
there you
I'm right here. Thank you.
go. He is one of the visual artists I sent you guys a few days ago, just saying he makes
Oh.
really cool stuff.
Fuck yeah. Dope.
I was
Thanks,
talking
man.
about you as well, Tilt Shift. You don't like the Tupperware snare?
Oh,
Is what they
dude, I
said.
don't.
What guitar did you use to track Nihilus? We used my Aristides. Can you grab it for me real quick? We used my Aristides 080R. Oh no! For all guitars except for the lead that Cooper wrote, which he recorded with his own thing.
Yeah.
And then we also used your acoustic guitar, technically. And yeah.
Did we use mine?
No, we used. I don't know.
Was it your Martin or did I bring my Taylor? The GS Mini.
I don't remember. This is what we used for all the riffs, though, were, Aristides 080R. I'm trying to make sure I don't hit Cooper in the face here. But yeah, this tune's a drop E, and then pitch shifted accordingly to what section of the song we were playing.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm playing some bass. Yo, I see that CD order. We're all here. He says chef's choice, not chef. Who's
Chef's
chef?
choice?
Who's chef? Chef's choice on whether we get the doll or not.
Oh,
Travis.
well, I'll
Does
look
that
up
mean
to
I can draw a
Travis.
doll?
That's,
on it?
that's Travis's
I need
choice.
consent. Before we dick any CDs, we need
Oh,
consent.
God.
There's no chef's choice with consent. I can't speak
You
English.
guys have a really hard time with that sentence, eh?
Chef.
I'm putting that on there.
Chef's choice. There we go.
There you go. Also,
So was
Chef's
that a
choice.
green light for the dong?
I guess so.
No one's stopping.
Also,
me.
the Ultra Jets fan, I'm sorry to hear about your troubles. I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm just not really sure what to say about that. I don't know. I'm really sorry to hear that, though, and hopefully you are able to get some help. I kind of don't really know what to say on the stream, though, unfortunately.
Well, we hope y'all are having a great day out there. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, Scooty, what are you doing over there, my dude?
He's drawing a penis.
Oh, okay.
He's saying,
Oh.
I'm playing some bases. I can't believe I'm saying I give consent to
He
Dom.
gives consent to the dom.
Nothing wrong with
You're
that.
getting a dong.
Nothing
There you go,
wrong with
brother.
that.
Show your parents.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Oh,
Jonathan, you're crazy.
What do you say?
He ordered one and wants us to all draw.
Jonathan.
I love
Jonathan.
when or when somebody requests that everybody draws a dong.
Yeah, because
'Cause
you
I'll
get to
go
see
in on
everyone's
it.
style, you know?
Like I'll go in on it, and I'll spend 5 minutes with the details, and then you got I don't remember which one of you guys it was. I think it was you, and you did like an 8-bit 2 dots and a fucking.
That's me. Efficiency.
He's all about efficiency in the
Sit on
bedroom.
my throne.
So-
Yeah, let's just we got a strict schedule here.
So when we draw the doms, we usually like to show them off, right?
True.
That's usually what we did last time. Did that video get demonetized?
No,
Or
it's
we
fine.
good?
It's fine.
No,
Okay.
it's just dogs.
So if anyone doesn't want to see dom,
Where's Jonathan from?
strictly animated, strictly drawn.
Where are you from,
Actually,
Jonathan?
Jonathan, are you in Washington? I want to say, or Chicago? One of the two.
Chicago, Windy City.
Oh.
I
Should've
thought
came and
Washington.
said hi.
I thought Washington because that's where I met you at the Seattle Comic Con. But obviously
yeah.
that doesn't make sense
No,
and
he's a
doesn't mean you would
he's a
live there.
traveling boy.
It's a traveling man.
Hey guys, watching from Japan.
Oh, cool.
Hey,
Thanks for joining.
Thank you. Who mixes your songs? Sounds huge.
Our guy Ty Kingston mixes our songs. He's mixed all of the things we've ever done. I've already signed this.
I'll just put it somewhere.
Oh, okay. And yeah, he makes it all sound real good.
Cool. Carl, we got you.
What are you laughing about?
I'm just thinking okay, hear me out for a sec.
What's up?
So,
What's up,
okay,
buddy?
in theory, infinite timeline theory, whatever. Somewhere there's a universe
Infinite
where we're
timeline.
like the biggest band in the world, and like 100 years, we've all passed away, whatever. Somebody walks into Pawn Stars and they've got a vinyl record, and the fucking guy comes in. He's like, "Oh, I see you have a dick drawn. This is the most valuable Carcosa record."
This is what you just thought of?
Dude, ADHD is a motherfucker, man.
At this
Dude,
point,
it's
they would
the-
be more valuable if they didn't have a dick on.
True.
No, but
There's,
but that's
less of
why I'm
There's so many
laughing. I'm
of
like,
them now.
somewhere there's a universe where they are more valuable.
Oh yeah, true.
Yes.
True.
I mean, in fact, it doesn't even matter if there's a dick on it. If I touch it, it's probably less valuable because I've probably broken it in some way. So
We're convincing you to buy them as we speak.
let me break your record before you get it. It's only a $5 upcharge, and we'll do it live on stream.
And then also we just won't even send it.
I'm
Ridiculous.
gonna take Shoddy on the first dom on this.
Okay.
Are we all drawing it down?
Yeah, Jonathan. Jonathan,
Oh,
that's what he wants.
this is the one for John.
Draw all the doms.
Jonathan, you get a doink.
Okay, we got a question while you're doing that. Pick Brandon. Not that I don't love your guys' vocals, but do you plan on doing feature/collabs in the future? This is actually funny that you say that because you said Kyle and Ricky were great on Anthology. Yeah, exactly. So we've definitely done that before.
I'm sure there's lots of people we'd love to have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. We just didn't really think of it at all for these next, for this song and the next one.
Yeah, we were pretty focused on what we were doing, but
I'm sure we got some homies that would definitely hook us up.
Yeah, I
At
mean,
this
there's
point.
so many great vocalists that would be awesome. to
I
have
just
on.
hung out with a lot of very good people for a while, and they may or may not have said that they would love to do a collab. So
True.
we'll see what happens.
All right, we got more questions.
We all drawing a dick, right? That's what's happening.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
okay.
Jonathan.
What did I just walk into?
Good question, Ian. We don't know. We're not professionals. Sorry.
It's cool to see from people from all over,
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah.
sure. Just being the old band was very local band energy,
Yeah.
and this is it's cool to see it.
True.
Hell yeah.
Jonathan says hopefully he'll be leaving his house when we make it over there.
Hell yeah,
When
brother.
we go to Chicago, we expect to see ya.
I mean, your fucking
And
sauce
he
pizza.
says definitely
Nice.
yes, all the
Soup
dicks.
pizzas.
All right, we
So
got,
we got
you.
Do we have one more after this?
I don't know why that's so funny. It's like a Squidward.
It's a
dick.
dangler.
It's a dangler.
It's low hanging fruit.
It's got a North Face compass.
Andre, I can't pronounce that name. I'm really sorry. You make awesome music. Hello from Ukraine, and
Stepovsky?
thanks for.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize the
Lend-Lease.
dribble.
Well, thank you for
Yeah,
solid.
watching, Andre. We appreciate it. Sorry if your full name isn't Andre. I just don't know how to pronounce the full thing. I'm very sorry about that. I can barely speak English.
Same.
let alone another language.
It's okay. This guy can't write lyrics in English either, apparently. But other languages are fine.
True.
Yeah.
Latin, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any more to sign? Or?
Nah, so I think we're about
Okay.
wrapping it up, y'all.
Cool.
So anyone in the chat, if y'all are
Last
still
call.
there, this is the last call. Feel free to head over to our merch store, pick something up. We'll sign it for you. We'll draw whatever you want on it.
But we all know what you want.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Try to tour with. Yeah, Counterparts
Oh, that'd be
tour
sweet.
would be sick.
I love
I would love to tour Brendan Murphy.
Counterparts.
He seems like the funniest person on the of
Counterparts are awesome. I love that band.
Yeah. Canadian
Their
boys
new
too.
single is so fucking good. I would play it, but my shit's gonna get demonetized if I do, so I will not do that. But they're really good. Well, I guess I could throw this in the background real quick. And I guess there's no reason to show that anymore. What am I looking for? Alright, so we're just gonna sign this and then get out of here. Last minute questions, let us know. Throw on some background music, which is our own music, because it's the only thing that won't get fucked up. Real quiet, there we go. Just a little something.
Oh, you wanted ducks.
No, it's too late.
What, ducks?
Ducks.
Just kidding.
I'm pretty good at like
You can alter
We
it.
can-
at making it to
How
like,
about this? What if you try to
can
alter
switch.
one? No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
All right, there we go.
I'm tempted, but to be honest, I don't think
I
the
have to
only
do
thing I'm
that.
good at is drawing cocks. So
True. It is a acquired skill. This is fucking hilarious. Whoever did that. Is
Yeah.
that you?
Cooper.
Yeah.
by far the best dong I've drawn in any vinyl was when I did the full out,
Yeah.
and I used all the
Oh my
waves as
god,
the
that was
veins.
insane.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I went in on that one.
Yeah.
You're a Magnus Opus for sure.
Yeah.
Yo, comics, coffee,
Phallus
and metal.
opus, if you will.
Song, video, and new merch is all sick. Yo, thank you so much.
Somebody said they want more new music soon, and maybe.
No.
No. We're never. This is actually the last song we ever release, I guess.
All right, Jonathan,
Are
are
you
you
ready
ready?
for your reveal?
The masterpiece.
Nah, that's at Denny's. I would literally like commit murder to play a show at the Denny's. So.
True.
Denny's.
All right. Reveal. Jonathan, this is for you.
There you go, buddy.
You're welcome. Thank you for ordering one. We appreciate you, and we appreciate your awesome artwork that isn't this artwork, but regardless, we appreciate it.
It's not as good as my artwork, but
I dropped the Sharpie somewhere. There you go. Is that the last one?
Yeah, that's the last one.
Okay,
for
well,
Dennis.
we're going to get out of here. Oh, hey, what's up, Don? We're going to get out of here. Thank you all so much for joining. We really, really appreciate it. These are always a lot of fun. If you haven't heard the song yet somehow, we're going to play one more time and get out of here. So, yeah, thanks again, and we'll see you later. Oh, no, I lied.
Uh-oh.
Now we'll see you later.
There we
Now
go.
we'll see you later.
All right, thanks, y'all. Peace.
Nature fucking maker.